One day, Patrul Rinpoche, wandering anonymously disguised as a beggar, came to visit his master, Do Khyentse. He happened upon a lama making tormas in the kitchen of the master's camp. When Patrul Rinpoche asked the lama if he could see Don Khyentse, the lama, looking with disapproval at the ragged vagabond before him, said, "Oh sure, I will make an appointment for you, don't worry. In the meantime, would you mind helping me with these tormas?" Then the lama went off, chuckling to himself while Patrul crafted the cakes for him. Finding no butter for painting the white torma but sufficient red root dye for red ones, the immensely erudite Patrul painted one torma red that by its shape anyone could tell should have been painted white. Carter, even its name, Carter, meaning white torma, demanded that it be white, but now it was red. When the lama eventually returned, he was pleased to see that the beggar had done all his work for him, until he noticed that one Carter was painting red instead of white. "What kind of stupidity is this?" shouted the lama. Patrul Rinpoche gently replied, "Would you tell me, kind sir, the ritual reason it cannot be red and must unfailingly be white?" "What?" exploded the lama, rolling his bloodshot eyes skyward in exasperation. "Not only does this filthy tramp make such stupid mistakes, but he has the temerity to question me." Then he proceeded to hit the humble mendicant standing before him and throw him out. "You can forget about meeting Don Khyentse as long as I'm around," shouted the lama at the retreating figure of Patrul Rinpoche, who disappeared into the forest. That night, Don Khyentse inquired as to whether anyone had come to visit him during the day, since due to a premonition he had received in a dream, he had been expecting to see his unique protege, his spiritual son, Patrul Rinpoche. His followers informed him that no one had come all day long. However, when the clairvoyant master insisted that someone must have come, the lama who had been making tormas in the kitchen finally spoke up, telling Don Khyentse that one beggar had in fact come to the kitchen, seeking alms in return for work, but that he had been turned out where he made a mistake of painting a white torma red. "That was Patrul Rinpoche, you fool," thundered Don Khyentse, who was known for his wrath as well as his wisdom and compassion. "Go and get him immediately. I don't want to see any of you until I see him." The servants had to find the beggar and persuade him to return, as Don Khyentse's explicit invitation. When Patrul finally came into his master's presence on the following morning, Don Khyentse made him sit on the teaching throne, and reverently requesting him to elucidate the classic text called the Bodhisattva's Way of Life. Before a large assembly, Patrul Rinpoche expounded the classic, explaining the altruistic aspiration of enlightenment along with all its ways and means. Then he said, "And although everyone today mouths splendid platitudes about the altruistic enlightenment mind, there are still some among us who don't even know the meaning of the ritual tormas they are so proudly painting, yet they do know how to beat those who humbly question them." Don Khyentse laughed. Through his clairvoyance, he knew perfectly well what had transpired in the kitchen the previous day. He said aloud, "Wonderful. So, the story teaches us important lessons about humility, non-judgment, and the pitfalls of hypocrisy." Patrul Rinpoche disguises himself as a beggar and willingly helps the lama in the kitchen, despite his high spiritual stature. He demonstrates humility by performing menial tasks without seeking recognition or special treatment. The lama judges Patrul Rinpoche based on his appearance as a beggar and underestimates his knowledge and wisdom. The story reminds us to not judge people based on their outward appearance or social status, as true wisdom and insight can be found in unexpected places. Patrul Rinpoche, during his teachings, highlights the hypocrisy of those who boast about their altruistic intentions but lack the understanding and depth to truly embody those ideals. These serve as a reminder to examine our own actions and intentions and ensure they align with our professed beliefs. Ultimately, the story encourages us to embrace humility, refrain from judging others, and cultivate genuine compassion and wisdom on the path towards enlightenment. This is Inspired Data. Thank you for watching. If you want more life-changing lessons, share true stories, subscribe to this channel. You can also go and watch any of the other videos on this channel. And don't forget, you have the power to change your life.